Hey everyone, welcome back to another heavy metal diecast video review, and of course today we've got ourselves a Sukhoi Su-35 Flanker there, as it says right there. It is a prototype, bort number 904. Now this particular aircraft was one of three flyable prototypes, the others being a bort 901 and a bort 902. Now, 902, of course, was Hobbymaster's very first delivery of this Su-35 model range. If you haven't already done so, check out the Dutch Diecast Collector's channel, where he has a great video showing both the old one and this brand new one together, and does a bit of a comparison. So check that out if you haven't already seen it. Now, our aircraft here, bort 904, played a vital role in the testing program until during taxi trials in 2009, the braking system failed, causing it to crash off the runway and subsequently catch fire, seriously damaging the airframe. But luckily, no one was hurt in the incident. Well, unfortunately, the rear one may be all burnt out, but this one is not. So hopefully we should be able to check out a tidy looking Su-35 model from Hobbymaster, of course. So let's open the box and find out. Alright, with our model out of the box, it does come in a beautiful foam box, obviously. There is a big stand there. It makes some noise. So there is the metal shaft in there, in that tissue, and the stand. So I'm assuming it's just the metal shaft and a stand. These ones just... oh, there is some sticky tape there. I thought I was going to get away with it, because I remember these have the little knobs. And let's pull it off properly like that, and like that. And we should be able to release this awesome looking model. Oh man, how cool is that? Yeah, definitely fantastic. So in the little baggies, you will be getting all the gear options, like the gear bay doors and a pilot figure, and a spare canopy. Well, not spare, open canopy, of course. And yep, very good. With these ones, you do get exhaust nozzles that give you the option to have it in a different angle, of course, if you want to swap them out. They can be difficult, like quite hard to sort of click into place. So there's your other option as well. So because it's got the variable thrust vectoring option on these aircraft. You also, well, obviously get your gear down options there, your main landing gear and your nose wheel in these little baggies here. And this will be your ordnance. Come on. All right. This is the good bits. All right. So in here, oh yes, we do have some really nicely detailed ordnance to put on, of course. Excellent. All right, let's get to the good bit, the aircraft. Well, just put our hands in there. Oh, foam box equals heaven when it comes to removing your model from the packaging. Definitely a great option. Let's zoom right in and see some of these details with the panel lines there. As always, they are fairly prominent on the Hobbymaster aircraft. This camouflage pattern is fantastic though. I really love it. On this, you can't have the in-flight refueling probe extended or anything like that. It does have the beautiful markings on there. Really nice detail. It's got some, well, engine detail that you can see pretty easy before you put your nozzles on. Beautiful. The overall build, normal, excellent Hobbymaster quality. If you want to check inside, we should be able to just lift that up, and there's some beautiful detail in there, of course. It's always well detailed inside these aircraft. Very nice. Underneath, you can see the intakes in there. It's hard to see if there's any detail in there, but it does have all the points for your ordnance to put on the wings underneath there, as per usual. And of course the central areas for the ordnance to go through the fuselage in the middle there. Yep, very cool. Like it. All right, let's set it up for in-flight though. So we'll kit this all out for in-flight and we'll come right back. All right, here we have it set up, all in flight. The three gear bay doors went in beautifully for the in-flight options, as per usual. They slipped in nicely too, no hassles. All of that ordnance went on perfectly. Didn't have to force anything, just slipped into their positions beautifully, which was really, really nice. You click your nozzle. I just put these straight nozzles on for the exhaust nozzles there. You do have that other option to put on if you feel like it, and you put your pilot figure in, of course. There's nice room in there to slot him in, so it's not a tight fit. He just drops straight in there, and that is absolutely awesome. And this is your prototype, bort number 904, set up for in-flight. Looks freaking great. I really do like the livery a lot. Yep, definitely 100% awesomeness right there. So if you missed out on the very first one, feel free to hunt one of these down. You will not regret it at all. That does look fantastic. Yeah, 100%. Of course, if you do want to put it on the stand, there's your stand slot. And as you can see, the missile is right over that. So you're going to have to remove that rear one right there if it'll focus. And if you want to put your stand on. So we'll do that right now. And this is your stand. It is the two-piece stand, metal shaft, plastic base. And then you just got to stick it in your stand slit. So I like that. Oh, nice and smooth. Excellent. And that is your Su-35 set up for in-flight. Looks freaking awesome. Yeah, 100% awesomeness right there. As I've said a couple of times, I think. I definitely do, yeah, enjoy this one a lot. All right, what we'll do, though, is we'll set this up gear down so you can check it out gear down and quickly get into that and then throw it on the scales and wind up the video, of course. All right, back in just a moment. All right, here we have it set up gear down. I didn't put the different nozzles on, but I just thought I'd take them out of the packet to show you. As you can see, the angles, so they, when you put them on, they will be angled down. But the other ones that are just on are straight, obviously. But yeah, these are the different exhaust nozzles that you can chuck on if you wish to do so. And this, of course, is your little pilot figure. He's pretty malleable, sort of, so you can move his legs around, but he fit in the cockpit without any drama. You do also get a spare couple of air-to-air missiles to chuck in your spares box, of course, because it's all kitted out. There's no more room. But she's set up beautifully and easily. So as you can see, the cockpit in the open position, you can see the nice details inside there. It does look freaking awesome. Yeah, very easy to set up now. We should be able to turn it over. So you do have a couple of gear bay doors, as you can see there, and then you put your main wheel in. Same routine on the other side there, gear bay doors, and then the main wheel. The front nose wheel is just a complete module, of course, that does drop straight in. And you put a little stand slit plug in there. It is painted specifically for that because there's a little bit of white and grey on there, so that is pretty cool. Don't lose it. And of course, you can put your all your ordnance on there, so it is all beautifully kitted out, and it does look absolutely nuts. And yeah, I like mine gear down, as you well know, and it does look fantastic and sits on there without any drama at all. You can be fairly, rough with it. It's not fragile. It does sit and everything holds on there nicely. So that is a good sign of a nice quality model, as I like to say. Now we'll get the scales in there. We'll see how much this big behemoth does weigh. These Sukhois are just monsters, aren't they? I really like the look of these aircraft. They are just beautiful and bestial at the same time. What do we got? 405 grams. So that's not too bad of a weight for this beautiful Hobby Master model here. All right, we'll wind up the video. I've talked way too long and I don't want to bore the shit out of you anymore. So I'll do the usual photos at the end for those of you that like to check out some close-up pics of the aircraft. And if you don't, as I always say, just click on the next video. But I do appreciate those that do check out those photos and listen to the tunes as well. Now, if you can spare the time, don't forget to throw some of those my way if you enjoyed the video at all and found it helpful in any sort of way. Don't forget, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I do like to hear what everyone else does think of what they've seen today. And yes, if you're one of those that have yet to hit that subscribe button, feel free to do that if you do enjoy other videos I do put out. And lastly, thank you, the viewer, of course, for dropping past to check out another one of my videos. I hope you did enjoy what hit your eyeballs today. All right, everyone, happy hunting for your next model, especially if you pull the trigger on one of these, you will not regret it. Thanks for watching. You all have an awesome sauce rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.